Man. Hello and welcome back to New York Gold. Today I'm going to walk you through a typical afternoon in the fish room, and we'll see the ins and outs of what goes on an everyday basis. First thing we do is we get our brine shrimp ready. This little #1 dad clip indicates that this one is the one that's ready to go. So when I refill that, I stick it over there. This goes over here like that. And my switch broke, so I had to just hardwire it so that I get that a couple of minutes, and then I go get some bloodworms. I've done that refrigerator shot before, but I figure I'd do it again. I'm gonna do just some flakes, a little sprinkle for everybody, give them a little thrill. I guess we can start here at the giant Danio tank. Whoop, that's not loud enough. Give them a little pincharoo. You guys hungry? This is a corridor tank and pencil fish tank. So that's why I like to sink the flakes, so this way they don't have to wait for them to come down. Mostly Corey's in there anyway. But believe it or not, there are, you can't even see them. There's probably around 50 Corys in this tank. This is a 33 like low boy, and you have to like come here at night. Sometimes you set up the tank too good, and well, it benefits the fish more than it does me. Now I can't see them, so they'll be out. Just you gotta wait, be patient. All right, this is a mostly guppy tank. There's some goldfish in here. There's plecos in here. Look, there's a pleco. See him down there? Nope, that scared him away. What else is in here? A couple of platies, red wags, albino cherry barbs. There's one way in the back. It's the female. So this is just it's a mess, this tank, but it is what it is. I'm doing the best we can with it. I just see a pleco. Oh, yeah. These are glow light Danios, and what kind of barbs are those? Oh, those are red ruby barbs. And this tank will get just a little pinch of flakes. They don't seem to finish them when I put a lot in there. It just sits on the bottom. And they also get baby brine shrimp, because you see that egg trap right there? Trying to encourage the glow lights to breed. They bred like crazy for me, and then all of a sudden they stopped. And I don't know, maybe they don't like the barbs. I don't know what it is. I only get a few eggs out of them. Not many, but I do get a few. These are cherry barbs. Best breeders in the room at the moment. They get a little bit. They also get baby brine. I think it helps with the egg production. And one of the daily rituals is checking the egg traps. We'll get to that later, and I guarantee you there's eggs in there. Guaranteed. You have my word. There's eggs in there. There are eggs in there. Even if I have to lie, it's gonna be eggs in there. We are looking at, oh, sorry about that. Some tetras, some more black ruby barbs. There are big clown barbs in there. These guys get a little bit, get them going. And I do have up here, there is a cup of red chin panchex eggs, but we'll get to that at a later date. But that's where they are. All right. These are San Marco red-tailed goodeids, and these are the best eaters in the fish room, but this is quickly becoming my least favorite tank. I couldn't find a way to introduce new blood into these guys. They're getting a little wonky. I'm kind of in the mood of just trying to move the whole colony if I could. If somebody wants these things, I'll just pass them on. But They're nice fish. They're a Cares fish. They're really cool, but and this tank is the worst. It's a bow front, so it's the worst to record. Look, see, nothing but reflections. So let's keep moving. And these are angelfish. Those big guys are Manicapurus. I think that's a pearl scale. I don't know what you want to call it, a gold head. These are koi-ish. And those little guys are supposed to be like a premium koi. And they get a mix between flakes, and they'll get bloodworms also. All right, so this is time to feed the baby brine shrimp time. Take my turkey baster, suck up some, and then I strain it through this tea strainer. And I end up with that. Then I come over here. This is the cherry bulb grow out. There are a bunch in here. I just dip this in, and then they eat it. And we'll come back in a bit. I'll show you all the orange bellies. Man. The glow light Danios are going to get some baby brine. The cherry bulbs are going to get some baby brine. Try to save a little. I think I'm trying to get these Danios to breed. They're just not working out for me, but I'm trying. All right, this is a topic for another day, but this is the brine shrimp. This is the brine shrimp direct brine shrimp. Come on, get out of there. This is a downside to this, is there can't be a fry inside the cup, or else he'll die. I think it like cuts off the oxygen or whatever. Come on. Come on. All right. You're out. You're in. And the airline. So what was I saying? The brine shrimp direct 80% hatch rate here has some positives, because I can feed multiple times. Because the hatch rate is so slow, it doesn't all happen at once. So I can do it, but I don't want to talk about that now. But if you want to hear about it, I'll make a video about it. But just too much for one video. All right, I stirred it up a little in there, but I'm sure you can see some orange bellies, and there's plenty of them in there. So I just can't stop breeding them. It's so much fun. While we're talking about breeding and fish, we have more. We have the glow light Danios. I was able to get some eggs the other day, so I want to show you what I'm doing with those. I have, and I don't know if we can see, but there are some tiny fry in there. I think there's 5. So I got some. So here is the egg trap from the cherry bulb tank. I have a couple of rocks just to weight this down. And there's a rock in here to weight the whole thing down. Bam. Now let's see if we can get in close and take a look at these guys. So one of the reasons why I put them in these round dishes is so I can make everyone dizzy and swirl it around. And what you'll find is all the eggs. You see those orange dots in the center? Right over there, that's all the eggs. So now I don't have to chase them all over the place. You'll see some little guys that are already hatched. They're buzzing around. Shoot, let me get some water out of a tank. I take a custard cup. I'll show you right there. And what I'll do is I'll just suck up a bunch of these guys and then throw them in here. And then I see some guys swimming around. I try to take those guys, stick them in there. I swirl it a couple of times, but you get the point. I'll go through that again in a bit. Oop, I see another one. Sometimes they're hard to catch, sometimes they're easy to catch. So now we're over here with Colonel Custard. And then what you do is you swirl this again, and that'll put everything in the center. And there's all the eggs. Now you can suck them out and do whatever you want with them and put them wherever you want. Like that. You see, it's not a great yield, but see, even that little guy that hatched, he's still orange, but he's zooming around. Ooh, there's another one. So I just gave this a quick clean, scrubbed it off. Oh, I think you see some eggs on here. Is that right? And then back she goes. All right, so we take our egg trap, fill it with water nice and slow, maybe fluff up his hair a little bit, make it nice and inviting. And that's it. Reset, ready to go again. Chinese food container. Orange billies. Eat them up, boys. So we have a cup of eggs. There's a bunch of ways you can take it from here. You can actually leave them in this if you want. You can put them in a tray. You can put them in breeder boxes or whatever. But I'm just going to drink these. I'm going to put these in here. This is what I've been doing. I'm just throwing eggs and the little fry in there. And they're making it this stuff in the mold. And I've been feeding a little bit of powder once in a while when I see the little guys. So, but we still have one more thing. And lastly, we got mail. I didn't open this yet. Hope this is what I ordered, or else I have to cut this out. This is exactly what I ordered. This is golden pearls, and the 5 to 50 micron golden pearls. I have this bag of it, and it looks like it's full, but it's not. It's just a dirty window. There's not much left in here. This is for the really, really tiny, you know, super tiny fry. Don't move. So they start, if they're too small for baby brine shrimp, I give them this for a week or two until they're big enough for baby brine. Then they go to baby brine shrimp. And then to wean them onto like flakes and real food, this is the Funk's, Aquafunk's staple fry powder. And this is like granules. It's bigger than this, obviously, but it's smaller than flakes, obviously. So it's just a good transition to give them the taste of flakes and move them on from there. So that's my 3-step process. All right, nice.